Just make one thing out of it no most time, man. Bust it up. Bless up all of the mothers that do them daily. Bless up all of the fathers that do them daily. And bless up all of the youths who are under them parents. It's Kush-I and the 1-2 beat. The One Love movie about Bob Marley sparked some controversy in regards who created the One Love vibrations. Did Bob do it by himself or did he have a team? And that curiosity about teamwork resulted in a 1-2 beat special on that same topic. Many mouths to rest. Because it's teamwork that gets things done. A nod to all the budding musicians out there honing in their craft. You will have to collaborate and work with others if you want to produce music or anything for that matter. And in that realization, I had the pleasure of sitting with the musicians behind Ijahknowah's striking EP that lands punch after punch after punch. I tell you, Ijahknowah was had a lot of play on 1-2 beat, so you'll be familiar with the songs. Now, hear from the musicians responsible for creating the identity of that EP. Mama tell you, and apologies in advance for some of the poor sound quality. I know it go. Who's to say?
Kush-I.
Bullseye. Yes,
Greetings.
Kush-I, how you doing, bro?
Yes, man. Very good, man. Very good. Good to hear from you.
yes,
Okay. Well. First of all, I mean, thank you for making yourself available, and I want to congratulate you on creating an EP that I have said to people on many occasions has a definite musical identity, and it stands out for that reason. You know, as the lyrics and vocals aside, you know, it's especially today in reggae music, it's hard to have a musical identity because there are so many joint ambitions that producers have. So for you to achieve that as a group, I think that is a big achievement and well done on your behalf. So away from that, it's up to you really what you want to express about the musical journey in making the EP.
Yes, sir. Greetings, Kush-I.
Every time, brother, every time.
Yes, sir.
The voice of Bumi, the owner of the studio where the EP was recorded. He'll tell you about his part in the making of the EP.
Yeah, man. I met Ijahknowah. We used to rehearse at the same spot. So I was listening to his group, and I like the sound of the group, and I like the lyrics most of all, I like the arrangement. So I approached him and I asked him if he has anything on the street, and he said no. I said, what?
Okay.
It should be recording. So I met with D-Mac, and I told D-Mac that I like to record Ijahknowah. So me and D-Mac went to a show and we saw him perform. And D-Mac said, yeah, man, can work. So, me and D-Mac, got together and got the ball rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keen ear.
Yeah, man.
You definitely have a keen ear
Yeah,
then.
man. Yeah, man. Pretty much so, yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me chime in on that.
The voice of D-Mac, singer and producer of Jealous of the Rain, a regular feature on 1-2 beat.
When we saw him at the show, we thought that I myself thought, I said, you know what? I asked him, I said, do you have anything on the road, any song out there, And he said, no. I'm about oh you're doing show and so much show, you have so much show and you have no song, no tune, a street, So I say, so me and Bumi about the man on the tune a street, man. The man does so much show. I mean, Bumi, I remember that same show, Bumi, remember?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
We were talking about it, and then we said, well,
yes,
all right, he said, boy, we said, boy, all right, make a story we can do with Ijahknaowah. Make record him something. And that's where it started.
Yeah, man.
And you know, Boomy made arrangements with everybody else and get everybody together. Boomy have a nice studio, you know, Hilltop studio, right?
Yeah, man. You see, I'm from a little village in Jamaica, in St. Elizabeth. It's called Hilltop in Paraty, about 6 miles out of Black River, you know. So
Okay.
that's why I named the studio Hilltop Recording Studio.
Okay. I know Top Hill, I don't know Hilltop.
Yeah, man. Hilltop is in Paraty, very close to Black River.
Okay. I just
Yeah, man, right on the coastline.
Yeah, man.
Like a fishing village.
Yes, man. I used to know some fishermen from up there used to come to town to sell shrimps. Yeah, man, shrimps, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So Boomy was instrumental in putting in orchestrating, putting it together. He brought in. Boomy, tell him all the people he brought in Delhi. You know, I mean, of course, David Rowe, one of the main person that we spoke about, because we had to make sure that David was a part of the whole thing, because, you know, we had to have someone to mix the stuff.
Yeah.
And David was the right candidate at the time. So, I mean, I don't want to take over the conversation and anything, but, you know, just to give you guys, you know, highlights, you know. Boomy, tell him who we brought in.
Yeah, man. You have Kenny, the guitar player.
Yes.
And Delhi Thomas, arranger, and play everything, man. Delhi's a master when it comes to music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Ryan and bass. Yeah. Yeah, man. And we have Felix and percussions. You know, also, yes, Kenny also did most of the background vocals, you know. He's very multi-talented.
Okay.
And, you know, most of the musicians and most of these musicians, they are very much multi-talented and play different instruments, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And what was you working
but
on?
You can go and ask the questions.
Yes.
You can go and ask the questions.
Okay, then well, I would like to hear a little short bio then in terms, because it sounds like these musicians were just there waiting for this opportunity. But, you know, what were you doing before? What, as musicians, what brought you to this point? You know, if you could tell us briefly from each standpoint who you'd been playing for and a little bit of your experience.
Kenny, the guitar player. College before I met Ijahknowah.
The voice of Kenny, background vocalist and guitarist on the project.
College before I met Ijahknowah. I met Ijahknowah through a guy named Pataka. Yeah, I was in college back in 2011 when I first met Ijahknowah. And Ijahknowah is the one that actually started me playing reggae. Before then, I just played R&B, jazz. But my first time playing reggae was with Ijahknowah.
Okay.
So I have him to credit for beating these other guys, too.
Okay. And your main role was on the EP?
Yeah, guitar and vocals.
Okay.
Background vocals.
Yeah, man. All right, so let me talk about me then. All right, D-Mac, of course. Well, my experience, I've been in the business for quite a while. You know, long time now. I'm not going to talk too long. I'm not going to know how old me is. I'm gonna hold that. But I've been around. First, lived in Toronto. Of course, born in Jamaica. I went to Canada and lived in Toronto for quite a while. Been around the musical scene in Toronto. You know, playing at my own band there, playing up and down in Canada with all the top musicians in Canada. Like one like Bernie Peters, who passed away the other day, a keyboard player. Also, that's where I met Ijahknaowah in Canada, and Ijahknaowah. I was a singer actually before I started playing. I met Ijahknaowah, and Ijahknaowah and I had a good virgin relationship, and you know, it moved on where I learned a lot of music from him. But prior to that, I did go to a music school in Canada. I went to the Italian Canadian Music Center in Canada, where I was playing guitar. Guitar was my favorite instrument, but I was no good at it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, we can't hold the rhythm and thing, but, you know. So I moved on. When I met Jackie, I moved on to the keyboard and so on. And then, you know, from there, so we start recording and we album and do music and all that stuff. That's basically, we do D-Matches up to now, where I currently do my show, reggae entertainment lifestyle. It's on all the it's on One Caribbean network in 27 different islands in the Caribbean. I also also on ITV in Jamaica, and we also have our app that we're working on, which is Worldwide Entertainment. Worldwide Entertainment app that we also work on. So, in a nutshell, that is D-Man.
Oh well, yeah, man. The great Jackie, me too. What an experience!
And it was. You know, I never thought that I would meet a man like Jackie, me too. To be honest with you, but you know, in this industry, you know, if you're in it, you know, you're gonna meet all the people that you used to listen to and used to hear about.
True.
And all of a sudden, these people are in your life, and you say, "Wow!" I mean, damn. Too. You know, and it ended up that I would end up in studio with Jackie too. I bring in beats, I'm on keyboard in my vehicle. We end up in our same apartment together. I live together and all everything that with him girlfriend who just passed away like a month ago. You know? So that's an experience, man, that, you know, I have to cherish sometime. There.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. The backbone of Studio One, definitely.
Yeah, man. Ryan. Yeah, go on, chime in, Ryan.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
Greetings,
yeah, Ryan.
I'm sorry for the late checking in, man. I'm there.
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
I'm from St. Croix. I originally used to play bass for Culture, early 2000s. Then we made the first record for Pressure Bus Pipe. Shortly thereafter that,
okay,
played bass for Midnight, played for Desiree. After Joseph Hill passed, we made a tribute record to him with Kenyatta Hill leading the vocals. You know, we made quite a bit of records with quite a bit of different artists, toured and played for many different artists at different times. Worked with this artist most recently over the last 15 years named Mishka. That's where I met David Rowe. Well, actually, I probably met David Rowe, around then, and then did some other things with David Rowe as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ijahknaowah for a pretty lengthy amount of time, but how I involved with this record was I heard him sing Papi Show. He sang Papi Show Mascot to me one day. And after he sang it, I said, yeah, man, I'll give you with the bass line on that song. I'll do that for you.
Hey, John. Where's the tune again? Papi Show Mascot. You understand? Good laughing stock. Oh, what a joke. Papi Show Mascot in Africa. Papi Show Mascot in the Americas. Papi Show Mascot in Europe. Papi Show Mascot in the Caribbean. What are you drifting? This a crucial time. Say, why are you sleeping at this hour? I ask. What are you drifting? This a crucial time. Say, why are you sleeping at this hour? Dressing up like clowns, acting a fool. There is no time to be cool fool. Every day wearing your designer clothes, weighing down my jewelry and trinkets. Driving them expensive cars, yet you know you won't get far. Don't you know you're set up for a for all? Papi Show Mascot in Africa, Papi Show Mascot in the Americas, Papi Show Mascot in
And so when the opportunity came up for him to record, I always promised him that I would come to the studio and make the bass line for that song for him. So at that time came, I came in and I did that. And then while being there, he asked me to do the bass and that as well.
Sorry, whilst you were there, he asked you to do the bass on which other song?
I think it's Free Up Fighter.
Okay.
The mouths of the wise teach knowledge, but the lips of the fool talking foolishness. Almighty, with a lightning them hypocrites, me not like them parasites. Them scheme by day, them plot by night, striving on the plight of the poor and the sufferers. Oh, Jah know them are backstabbers. Jah know them are bloodsuckers. I can't take them vampires, cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter.
So I did that as well. So those are the two songs that I worked on with him. But I had a particular liking for Papi Show Mascot for a long time. So, you know, I'd always promised him that I would have done plays on that song for him. And but that's what brought me into the project to help him with the collaborative effort.
Okay, and just a quick question. You know, when you originally heard him sing the song, and when you eventually played it, was it the same bass line that came to you immediately upon hearing the song?
Well, when I originally heard him sing the song to me, there wasn't a line in my head because I was more interested in his lyrics.
Oh,
so
okay.
the lyrics is what caught my attention initially. And so once I sang it and I heard the lyrics, I said, yeah, man, I'll make a bass line for that. So I didn't make the bass line until we actually got to the studio. That's when the actual idea for the bass line came to my mind. But it was a while from the time from when he initially sang Papi Show Mascot to me and I heard it, from the time when we actually recorded it. But, you know, a good amount of time had passed. It was months, maybe even a year or two. You know, I knew that he had that particular song. But the bass line, I created it on the fly.
Okay. Yes, man, the James Jameson of the project. Okay, thank you. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, Delhi here. Delhi, Thomas. Delhi.
Greetings, Delhi.
Yeah, man, respect, sir. Yeah, man, been playing music for a little while now. Well, I started out in church, you know, and then started playing with the Grace Trillers from school days. I don't know if you all know about the Grace Trillers in Jamaica, gospel group.
No,
yeah,
I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, man. I'm back in the days in Jamaica, and I'm still around doing stuff, you know. The younger generation now take it over and doing stuff. Yeah, so, yeah, man, the journey started from church. Then I started with Grace Trillers, and I had the opportunity to tour with them as well. So I had to play some of the big names in Jamaica, Marjorie Wiley, you know, John Williams, Sonny Bradshaw. Enough of these big guys I used to work with in Jamaica, you know. Came on, you know, was living in New York for a little while and then decided to move to Georgia. When I met Ijahknaowah, I was playing at a church, a gospel concert. Moshe played with Papa Tom, and Ijahknaowah was at the church. After the show, you know, he wanted to have a word with me. And invited me to one of the rehearsals. You know, and from about since I've been with him, you know, became the music director of the group. Yeah, well, arranged almost all of the songs them on the EP. Well, we arranged them because he had so much songs with him, but you know, this was a freshness to it, so I just basically arranged up almost all of them on the EP and also play as well. Multiple instruments on the EP.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking up the Grace Chillers now, founded in 1971 by Noel Willis.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So, okay, good, thank you. All right, so we'll move on to the generic question. But first of all, it sounds as if, unless I'm mistaken, was Ijahknowah the thing that brought you together, or were you together beforehand?
Well, some of the musicians were already playing with Ijahknowah.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the musicians, like Kenny was already playing with Ijahknowah. Delhi was already playing with Ijahknowah.
Well,
and
playing, you know.
Right.
We played before, you know, with some other musicians and things like that, you know.
Right.
The same guy that Kenny spoke about, Pataka, he was a drummer. Like him and for them, yeah.
Okay, so one of the first questions is, as a stage name, what is the stage name of the band?
Ijahknaowah and Brap. That's the name of That's the name of the group. Ijahknaowah and Brap.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah, man.
Not everyone's a part of the group. You know, we're just musicians that come together to
make it happen. Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So I'm not a part of the group. Never played with Ijahknowah on that level. You know. So, but for me personally, it was interesting for me.
Sorry, D-Mac, there's a little noise in the background behind you.
Somebody are focusing on me.
Miraculously, it has stopped. Go ahead.
So I was saying, after when the recording started and all of that, you know what I mean, it was very, very interesting because everyone found their place, you know, in the project. It was it went by really very, very smooth. It wasn't a project where, you know, there was no issues. For some reason, this project just went by very, very easy. Everybody knew what they were there to do. Everyone just did what they were supposed to do. And everything just fell in place. It was a pleasure for me to take the role of me and Bumi, because I didn't do it on my own. Bumi, it was Bumi and I who really voiced things. It was a pleasure to do that. You know, I mean, very interesting. You know, to do that work. It's a job that I particularly love. Didn't know that I had the talent to do it as well as I do. But you know, I found out that I have the talent to do vocal arrangement and voicing. So we just utilized it at the time. So that was really my part, the role that I played in the project. As a musician, I didn't play any other instrument because he had all these guys, you know, like Delhi and all these big Kenny and all these big musicians. So I just took back seat to that. I just did what I knew how to do best. You know?
Yeah. And I think you make a very important point there, because the John public sometimes may not be aware of how difficult it is to actually voice artists and do vocal arrangements. Sometimes it can create some tension. So it's really interesting and pleasing to hear that it wasn't like that.
No, it was quite. I mean, Bumi. I mean, because me and you do it, you know. I'm not going to take all the credit on my own.
Oh, man, we all did it. Delhi did it. I mean, everybody was there. I mean, and everything, like you said, went smooth. You know, everybody knew what they had to do, and that's what made the project went smooth.
Yeah, it was a very smooth project.
Delhi was the main musician, really. I mean, he played almost everything. You know,
he played
everything. Yeah, and David Rowe, you know, David was there, you know, to, you know, with his experience, you know, everything, you know, went smooth.
I don't know why David not chiming in, David.
I'm here enjoying the conversation, man. I was listening.
It's time for you to say something.
Yeah, because I mean, you played a main role, one of the biggest roles in projects. So let's hear about it.
Oh, what do you want to hear from me? I'm just here. I'm just a student of the game, still learning, trying to get better in my craft. But I'm from a place called
an integral figure in the creation of the EP, David Rowe.
Trelawney, Jamaica. Grew up in Kingston. Worked with quite a few musicians and bands back in the days. Slan Robbie, Third World, Bloodfire Posse, Chalice. Most of those major groups. Living in Georgia now for the past 35 years. Met these great bunch of musicians. Bumi, Delhi. I know Delhi a long time from back in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big show on Bridgeland.
Yeah. Because I used to record the great chillers.
Yeah, man.
But we just come together as a group in Georgia, away from home, and trying to do. I think we do a very good job at maintaining the authentic reggae sound that is being lost right now. That's being taken away from us through the different new music that is coming in. So it's good to have a project like Ijahknowah project that the musicians are authentic and still has the sound back in the 90s, 2000, and not the new sound that is gonna last 2 weeks and go away. Because I still think Ijahknowa songs, they do, the quality they have, I don't think it's gonna die anytime. I think it's gonna grow more as the years go by. It's gonna get more ears, because it's not one of those disposable songs. There's songs that will last for a period of time. So
real talk.
It was good working on a project like that. And, it's gonna last for a lifetime. And I must commend the production team for putting a great project together. And I wish we could do more, not even just with Ijahknowa, but with other artists. We could find some more artists to do some more work like that. It would be a pleasure to continue.
Thank you, David. Great to have a man from Duncan's on the line. So, listen, you was in Chalice, so you know Keith Francis? Keith has played a lot of songs for Kush-I and passed on his musical wisdom.
Yes.
Okay.
Keith. I know. Yeah. I make songs like Revival Time, all them songs.
Okay. Yeah.
Work with Charlie.
Yeah. And so what was your role on this project?
Audio engineer.
Okay. You see, it's very interesting, You see, you're one who say you don't have much to say, but you see sound. You see the sound of the EP again, along with the way it was played, but the sound of it stands out for that,
The studio, the recording studio, because what most people don't understand, the recording of the project is more important than even the mixing. The recording has to be good, and it was done at a good. The studio had a lot of good equipment we can get a good sound from. So, I am not surprised at the sound for that. It's just that we have a good studio to work with. So, I would credit the studio a lot for the sound.
Give thanks, man.
Yes, man. And impressive resume so far. It's very intriguing because, what's coming across already is the depth of experience you all have.
Yeah, man. Yes, right.
And to have found each other. Because sometimes artists, they leave the Caribbean and one is in California and one is in Philadelphia, one is in New York, and they just don't get to meet up enough to do the music. But somehow, through the blessings of the Almighty, you've been able to come together and work together, which is really striking, given the experience and knowledge that you all have. You've got hundreds of years. And, going back to Jackie Mittoo, you've got some of the cornerstone experience within reggae music, because Jackie Mittoo, Lee Scratch Perry, a lot of the songs that came out of Studio One was down to them. And a little bit of White Rum, I might add. If you want more on that story, have a read of People Funny Boy by Lee Scratch Perry, where he talks of his time at Studio One, along with Jackie Mittoo.
So, Kush, a little bit of Kush.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said a little bit of Kush.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, man. So, yeah, so...
Kush-I, I think that we basically didn't have much choice, because in Atlanta, there's not a lot, in my opinion, I might be wrong, correct me guys if I'm wrong, but there's not a lot of musicians in Toronto that play reggae music like that. In Atlanta. So, when most of the time, based on my experience, when we go out to any show, you see the same set of people playing the music, same set of people, all the time.
Right.
So when you don't there and we just come together. I know David from back in Florida, and when I went there, I think David is one who made me meet Boomy. That's right, David. Yes. Because we were working on a project, correct?
Yep.
Yes. And from there it evolved, you know what I mean? So not a lot of people, not a lot of musicians, and we just had to come together and just work and make the project work and just do what we had to do.
Yeah, and it's interesting, and D-Mac, you use the word there just a couple of times as, maybe that's modesty in terms of how you're simplifying it, but, there's something special about this gathering of musicians, I'm telling you. There is something special because that EP has a musical fingerprint. It has a musical identity. And I wouldn't overlook the simplicity in which it was created as a means to say, well, not that you're trivializing it, but as to say, it hasn't made its mark, because it definitely has. I can tell you that for sure.
That is good to know.
But yeah, man, my name is Ray Felix
Greetings, Ray.
from Dominica. Yes, sir. So I known Ijahknowah over the years, through a different project we was working on, a collaboration with some other musicians, Barris and some other musician.
And can I ask, what is it? What is your role? What do you play?
I'm a bass player.
Oh, another bassy.
Yes, sir.
And vocals.
So on his live projects, really, I'm the one who played bass on his live projects.
Okay.
I laid some bass lines, but like you hear like you hear Deli say, he update a lot of things, rearrange and update a lot of things on the project. His musicology carry a lot of weight on that project.
Okay. So a question then to you all is, on which track do you feel that your input or style has shaped the outcome of the song, or maybe the project?
Good question. Yes, Kitty's guitar and vocals. For me personally, my favorite track is Dog Eat Dog.
No one here in Babylon. In this a wicked and brutal world, everyone want to take you for a sucker man. In this a dog world, it's like shark in wasted waters, with a whole heap of craving shark, craving for the blood of the sufferers. In this a dog world, you can't trust no one here in Babylon. In this a wicked and brutal world, you can't trust no one here in Babylon. In this a dog world, can't trust no one here in Babylon. In this a wicked and brutal world.
I think the one that I had the most influence on was The Blood. I enjoy playing The Blood as well. I think my favorite one on there is Dog Eat Dog, bro. But the one that I had the most influence, most part of, was The Blood.
Run the track. The blood, blood of my people, the blood. They have been shedding the blood of my people for a long time, a very long time, such a long time. I see the blood of my people is the lifeline, the substance of the beast. They have been shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. Oh, it's the nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. The blood. Blood of my people, the blood. The blood. Blood of my people, the blood. They devise all kinds of weapons, then using them to kill my people. Some are famous, dangerous and deadly weapons. I see W.
And what is it about those two tracks that kind of brought them immediately to mind?
I just like the feel. Like ever since I met Ijahknowah, I told him that was my favorite song to play.
Okay.
Dog Eat Dog.
Yeah.
And the blood is because I've heard it going through its like from when we first started, like how it sounded from when we first started playing to how it ended up on the EP. It's like night and day almost, and like a lot of people had part in that, contributions in that. And overall, I'm pleased with the final project.
Okay. And before you go, the transition from where it started to where it ended up, was that your influence, would you say? Or was you part of the influence?
I would say Delhi. I think Delhi and Boomy probably had more influence in that than I did.
Okay.
Yeah, when I heard the new version, I was like, oh man, that's nice. I mean, the other version was nice too, but they had a lot to do with the final form of the song.
Great stuff. A lot of mutual respect between you as musicians, which is very, very heartwarming to hear. Who'd like to go next?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. Can I go next now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Well, basically, I like all the songs on the project. You know, but the one that really stood out for me is Praise Jah, you know.
Let everything that liveth give thanks and praise unto the Most High.
Yeah, man.
Mother, Father, I. Father, Mother, I. Earth, sea, and sky.
Yes, I.
Praise Jah, people.
Yes, I got.
You woke up this morning. Give thanks to the Almighty.
Pray, Ijah, pray.
It's great to be alive in this Gideon.
Yes,
Put your all in it now, let's go.
Prayer time, y'all.
I woke up this morning and I see the shining sun. Shining sun. I lift up my voice and I praise Almighty Jah. Mighty Jah. The earth, sea and sky declare the glory of Jah. The firmament showing the handiwork. So I pray, yes I pray. Pray to Jah Almighty every day. Yes, I pray. Every day I pray. To Jah I pray. Almighty I pray. Every day I pray. I pray. Oh yes, I pray.
I basically did everything on that song, all the instruments. Yeah, but it's a very good project, you know. When I heard the song, well, what was happening really?
Breaking up a little bit.
When I just came into the group, you know, and I heard the song, basically to me, you know, I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but it's like not that much actually sounding like the same type of song, you know. I said, no, man, I start to rearrange the song, you know. So that give it a little bit, you know. And then in the studio now, when something's changed in the studio, I know vibes in the studio, sometimes you get fresh ideas in the studio.
Sure.
That's basically how everything comes together, you know.
Yeah.
Some fresh ideas just come in the studio, you know, and from everybody rocking, you know, on the drum again, because it's very good work on this project as well. Based on what I heard, they're not a play myself, but experience, you know, especially with the bass lines, you know. I think this EP just needs some emotion, that's all, you know, all over the place.
Undoubtedly. I mean, I've told Ijahknowah, and I'm sure I've said it in this interview, that the music has an identity. It doesn't sit along with other music. It stands out, and that's not an easy thing to achieve in music. Sometimes as artists, there is an over-reliance on having a lyrical identity in terms of some type of slur or some catchphrase. But quite often the music can be very similar to other producers or other musicians. So for an EP to have such a standout impact, it's a great achievement.
True. I think everyone came to the project giving it the vibe was good, you know. Everyone came with a good vibe. Everyone came to the project wanting the project to be a successful one.
Okay.
And that's why you hear it in the music.
Right.
You know, there, like I said, there was never any bickering. There was never any a man so well say something one next man if I like or nothing like that. Not that I see, not that I heard.
Right.
Always a good vibe. So that transcends into the end product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, great energy, man.
One of the things that's been said by a number of the musicians so far is Ijahknowah's songs, which have a kind of militant political edge to it at times. Was that something you wanted to communicate also in how the feel of the music came across?
At least for me, from a perspective of making bass lines, the lyrical content is important for me. A lot of times I'll make the lines around that. Lyrics, and of course, how the deliverance is coming, it influences how I might make the line. Or, the melody, I might be drawing on something from the past and incorporate some of those elements. Because I don't know how to bring, like, sometimes you bring a Tosh vibes, at least for me. Sometimes you bring a Tosh vibes, sometimes you bring a culture vibes. So with that in mind, like when we did Free Up Fighter, I kind of might have been kind of a Tosh energy and
okay.
the Mama Africa vibes.
Yeah.
So it made me want to bring the bass line from that medium, from that. So that kind of happened. And if I could recall, when we did Free Up Fighter, I think I may have recorded. I was working on the body of the song before I actually intro. So we did the intro. I did the intro after. I came up with the idea for the intro. I remember Ellie was there, and so we was communicating very well. A very good conversation. And we wanted to, the music and the director wanted to go.
Yeah.
And when we did Puppy Show Mascot, I wanted the bass line to go around his actual lyric and the way he sang it. I wanted the bass line to say Puppy Show, like how he was a Puppy Show Mascot, so making the bass line do that. So that if you take the lyric away from the song, the music could still stand up and still be a part of bringing that message forward.
Yeah. As you said, Peter Tosh, that is something that was quite apparent to me anyway, in terms of the musical identity. There was that kind of sense of drama almost in the music as some of Peter Tosh's music was. So yeah, you've achieved your goal if that was your goal.
Yeah, because we draw inspiration. There's people that's come before us. So of course, and the ancestors. So we can draw from these different inspirations and put our part to the story, make our contribution to the story.
Yeah.
So that's some of what goes on into, for me when I'm creating bass lines or being a part of making a song or using the bass maybe to influence the other instrument, because sometimes maybe the keyboard is doing that with the guitar or the drum. So sometimes different instruments at different times is influencing the pathway, and then we join on the other instrumentation to it to now go ahead and make the actual product.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Going back to the studio, is there any standout equipment that was influential in creating the sound?
My favorite piece of equipment in there is the pool tech. Right, Boomy?
Yes, sir. Come on. The Pultec EQ and the Neve mic freeze.
Yeah.
And the ATI mic freeze. That's it, man. That's all you need.
If you know what
I'm
you
a
do.
lover of the pool tech.
So it's very much so just for the John public, these are analog instruments. These aren't plugins.
That is correct, sir. That's analog outboard equipment. Yes.
Yeah.
You have that sound, that warm Neve sound, and
Yeah.
that's the sound.
Yeah, like the Moog, it's once it gets into you like to keep that feeling.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah, man. And for the record, my government name is Milton Green, but the musical name is Boom.
okay.
Boomsai.
Yeah, don't worry. D-Mac is gonna give me the full 100, so I can send down the $5,000 to each of you. So listen, this is puzzling me now, because you've got all this experience, you have the studio, you produced the EP, fabulous EP, where you've kind of funneled into it all these different impressions and experiences and happenings that you've had over the years. I know you're not doing anything, unless I've heard you incorrectly, as a group.
Yeah, man. We're still recording.
Okay.
With different artists.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still recording.
So
It's not a group per se. No? It's not a group per se. It's just a set of musicians come together to work on a particular project at a particular time.
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the question begs then, the level of expression that you've been able to get with this EP, is that something that you're able to get in the other spaces that you're in now, or do you feel that actually, yes, I'm able to express myself with the other artists I'm working with now, but I still have a feel to want to get together with collaborate with those musicians who worked on this EP, because that was something that was special.
Like I say, I never played on the project any instrument, but
you did play a role.
The set of musicians that work together. I'm sure that they'll come together again to make other things happen, to work on other projects, and you know what I mean. It would be nice. I mean, Boomy and I work together. Boomy and I and Dave work together on other projects and stuff like that. But the whole set of everyone. For instance, Kenny worked on a project that I've worked on. You know what I mean? Kenny play guitar on my personal project. You know, so we still work together. Sometimes individually. We have not come together. I hope I'm not talking wrong, but based on what I'm assuming now, that we have not come together. These guys have not come together to work on another project such as the one that they did with Ijahknaowah. Am I correct, guys?
Right. Correct.
Okay.
I'm always I always have different things I'm working on, and from time to time I'm accessing the studio. You know, Boomy and David Rowe. You know, I kind of access them from time to time for different things that I'm working on. You know, because I have a lot of different things going on at times with different sets of musicians. Some musicians that live here, some musicians that don't live here. But I'll bring musicians in and sometimes stuff. So, you know, actually, Boomy and David, I need to see y'all probably in the next few days, because I have a song for us to work on for somebody. So, you know, I have stuff going on all the time.
No problem.
Yeah. And
I'm ready.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, is there anything in the pipeline that the public should be looking out for? Anything that you're working on, any of you are working on, that they should look out for in the not too distant future?
Well, maybe let's see if we're at the month of April now. It might take maybe another 9 months or so or a year to get one particular project off the grid. So there's nothing immediately ready yet to come forward, but there's a few things in the works.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone is working individually on different projects.
Okay.
I mean, I know definitely. We're all of stuff working, but there's stuff in the pipeline.
Okay. Well, remember to send me a copy, because I'm more than willing to promote anything that's being produced. Definitely. Which brings me on to another point, which is when I finally put out this podcast, I would love to be able to put out your contact details, and for the radio show as well, just in case musicians here or singers here and they think, "Whoa, I'd love to work, you know, and work with you, and have you, any of you, either individually or as a group, to produce something for them." So your contact details will be very much welcome.
Okay, that's cool.
One of the things it was said earlier on about the way that I suppose music is becoming very samey. You know, everything sounds the same. And another thing that has happened, I think, in the last 20, 25 years, probably more, is that musicians are celebrated less and less. So for me, it was a really important thing, not just to hear about the artist Ijahknowah, but to hear about the players of instruments. So I really feel grateful that you've given your time to provide some insights on the real kind of engineering, the construction, the musical architecture, the scaffolding around the artist to give it its sound, to give the music its personality and identity. I'm really grateful for that.
Thank you for recognizing that and acknowledging that.
It's vital. So, yes, any final words? And if not, we will talk again definitely. And but if no further words, I will bid you good evening.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having us and the year.
Yeah, man.
And hope everything, work out for the good.
It definitely.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. Anytime. You all take care until such times.
Thanks for having us.
We have to dig up the one beat,
Yeah, man.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Here
man.
up the 1, 2 beat.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead then. We never quite got that clearly. Go ahead.
I'm here up the 1, 2 beats, man.
And before we go, there is something, and Ijahknowah also said this. It's just in recognition. We have to big up the wives, because and the families that unsung heroes of the projects who have to deal with our idiosyncrasies as musicians, because trust me, man, we're not easy for deal with sometimes, when the music is in our skin. So big respect to them.
Yeah, man, true that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until such times.
All right.
D-Mac, I'll be giving you a shout, okay?
All right, sir. Yep.
Take care. Thank you all.
Himself.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless.
Many miles to rest. I'll do what I can do. Many hopes to build, families to mend.
Jano, what an opportunity to sit down with the group of musicians responsible for the Ijahknowah EP. Like I said, an EP that packs punch after punch after punch. You should look it up and take a listen. Support the artist. Like I said, your support is vitally important. And what a set of beautiful souls the musicians were, eh? Humble in their achievement, steadfast in their mission to play music to its highest quality, and I hope everyone heard that was their aim, to play music to the highest of their ability and their capacity. And that we need in our thing, man. We don't big up on the status, the whole I wanna.
Many mouths to feed, many mouths to rest.
Listen, if you've listened so far to the show, thank you for being part of the vibrations, and I hope you feel that you are part of the vibrations, because you definitely are. This is Kush-I signing out again for the 1-2 beat. Until next time, walk good.